Jack Davis for Western Journal reports the former New York City Mayor Rudy Giuliani, now the personal attorney to President Donald Trump, is deriding the former Trump attorney Michael Cohen, as well as documents that were dumped by federal prosecutors in advance of Cohen's sentencing. In comments about Cohen to the Daily Beast, Giuliani said he felt sorry for him and called Cohen's actions a sad attempt to avoid prison time. Quote, he said, "Believe me, he can't handle jail." Yeah, Giuliani said that about Cohen. Cohen will be sentenced after pleading guilty to several financial crimes. He is asked not to be sentenced to prison. Take a look.
This week, the president's former campaign chairman, Paul Manafort, will challenge the special counsel tactics as the president's former personal attorney, Michael Cohen, faces time behind bars.
According to the Cohen sentencing memos, federal investigators allege campaign finance violations over admitted payments to adult film actress Stormy Daniels and Playboy playmate Karen McDougal. While President Trump denies having any affairs and has not been accused of any crimes related to the payments, the filing identifies him as individual one. Quote, as Cohen himself has now admitted, with respect to both payments, he acted in coordination with and at the direction of individual one. The incoming House Democratic chairman did not mince their words.
Well, they would be impeachable offenses. Whether they are important enough to justify an impeachment is a different question.
There's a very real prospect that on the day Donald Trump leaves office, the Justice Department may indict him, that he may be the first president in quite some time to face the real prospect of jail time.
In a tweet, the president's lawyer, Rudy Giuliani, declared candidate Trump did not break any laws. No collusion, he tweeted, no obstruction. Now campaign finance, but payments to settle lawsuits are not clearly a proper campaign contribution or expenditure.
Man, Adam Schiff makes me so sick. So sick. The first president to possibly face jail time after his presidency. Give me a break. Give me a break, Schiff. You're a liar, and you should be one going to prison. Now, federal prosecutors said that during his efforts to cooperate with the prosecutors, Cohen implicated Trump in payments made to Stormy Daniels and a Playboy model, Karen McDougal. That's according to the New York Times, as you just saw. Cohen himself, quote, has now admitted with respect to both payments he acted in coordination and at the direction of individual one. The document also recommended a significant sentence for Cohen. Also, special counsel Robert Mueller filed a pre-sentencing memo that said Cohen had supported his efforts to build a case against Trump. However, Giuliani noted that of all the things said in the filings, there is no claim of any collusion between Trump and Russia, the nominal reason for Mueller's investigation. Rudy Giuliani, again, no collusion, no obstruction, now campaign finance. But payments to settle lawsuits are not clearly a proper campaign contribution or expenditure. No reasonable lawyer would charge a debatable campaign finance violation as a crime. Well, maybe those suffering from TDD. Good point, Rudy Giuliani. He also said the documents show Cohen's word cannot be trusted. He had this to tweet, fake news coverage can't change the reality that Mueller's late Friday dump demonstrates yet again no evidence connected to president. It also indicates the Southern District of New York is asking that Cohen receive a 4-year prison sentence, longest so far, because as we have said, he is still lying. After Cohen pled guilty, the president came out and blasted him as well, calling him a weak person. Remember this?
Michael Cohen, what he's doing is he was convicted, I guess, you'll have to put it into legal terms, but he was convicted with a fairly long-term sentence on things totally unrelated to the Trump organization, having to do with mortgages and having to do with cheating the IRS, perhaps, a lot of different things. I don't know exactly, but he was convicted of various things unrelated to us. He was given a fairly long jail sentence, and he's a weak person. And by being weak, unlike other people that you watch, he's a weak person, and what he's trying to do is get a reduced sentence. So he's lying about a project that everybody knew about. I mean, we were very open with it. We were thinking about building a building. I guess we had in a form, it was an option. I don't know what you'd call it. I decided ultimately not to do it. There would have been nothing wrong if I did do it. If I did do it, there would have been nothing wrong. That was my business. So he's lying very simply to get a reduced sentence, okay?
Lying to get a reduced sentence. Now, as an American, my response to this whole Michael Cohen payment issue is pretty much the same as Orrin Hatch here. Take a look.
I'm wondering if you have any concerns about the fact that it was the president who was implicated in 2 crimes from 2016 involving these payments to women to hide these affairs. Are you concerned about what the federal government is alleging here?
Well, I think the Democrats will do anything to hurt this president, anything. And what happened before he was elected president, is one thing. But since he's been elected, the economy's done well. Our country's moving ahead. We're in better shape than we were before he became president. And I think we ought to judge him on that basis.
But this is not the Democrats. This is the Southern District of New York, the U.S. Attorney. I mean, that's what's making this allegation.
Do you think he's a Republican, do you?
Well, he's appointed by the president. He's appointed by the president.
Okay, but I don't care. All I can say is he's doing a good job as president.
I don't care. I don't care. Those 2 crimes that he committed, that they're claiming campaign finance violations, pale in comparison to Obama's crimes of the same order, campaign finance. Give me a break. Okay? And even if they do try to pin it on campaign finance violations, it has absolutely no bearing on what is happening in this country. Okay? It has no bearing. It has no effect. Okay? How many campaign finance violations is every single senator and congressman running or elected guilty of, that are not convicted of? You see what I'm saying? Americans don't care either. The only people that care are the unhinged leftists who are trying to do everything they can to undermine this presidency and destroy America. That's their goal. They want a complete totalitarian despot in this country. That's what they want. They enjoy their slavery. They really do. President Trump freeing up America, freeing up the economy, destroying regulations. No, these people, they enjoy their chains. Unreal. Comment below. We'll see you at the next report. For the Next News Network, I'm Gary Fritz.
John Roberts is live at the White House.
And on the surface, Shep, that AMI confession would appear to be more aimed at buttressing the case against Michael Cohen than anything related to President Trump. But you never know, and maybe it's something a prosecutor could hold in their back pocket for the future after the president has left office. No reaction from the president yet on the sentencing of Michael Cohen. He's had plenty of opportunity to do it. He just held an Opportunity Zone event in the Roosevelt room. He was asked about it, but there was no reaction. But certainly he let his thoughts be known, at least about the campaign finance violation, in an interview with Reuters yesterday. The president saying, quote, "Number one, it wasn't a campaign contribution. If it were, it's only civil. And even if it's only civil, there was no violation based on what we did." And to add a fourth little tranche to it, Michael Cohen is a lawyer. He's supposed to know what to do. And that's what you rely on people for. That's what you pay lawyers for. The president no longer paying Michael Cohen, but he is paying Rudy Giuliani, and I talked to him in the last 90 minutes. He told me the sentencing hearing illuminates why the president thinks this is a witch hunt. He says Cohen told the judge he did this all out of blind loyalty to the president, but yet he surreptitiously recorded the president, never told him that he recorded the conversation, and then leaked the tape to the media. That act, Rudy says, stands in sharp contrast to any claim that Cohen was blindly loyal to the president. Giuliani also faulted the Office of Special Counsel for not pointing out Cohen's contradictions. Giuliani also played down any implication that the president is guilty of a campaign finance violation, saying the payments to settle are not illegal because they were paid out of the president's own pocket and not with campaign money. They were private transactions. South Carolina Senator Lindsey Graham today played down the fallout of all this to the president. Listen here.
I don't know if it means a whole lot for the president. It means a lot in Michael Cohen's life. Anytime a former lawyer of yours goes to jail is probably not a good day, but I've yet to see any evidence coming from Mr. Cohen of collusion, and that's what started the Mueller investigation to begin with.
But Cohen's former counsel Lanny Davis with a suggestion this afternoon that Cohen has got a lot more to say. In a statement, Davis saying, quote, Michael Cohen, former attorney to Donald Trump, continues to tell the truth about Donald Trump's misconduct over the years at the appropriate time after Mr. Mueller completes his investigation and issues his final report. I look forward to assisting Michael to state publicly all he knows about Mr. Trump, and that includes any appropriate congressional committee interested in the search for the truth and the difference between facts and lies. Mr. Trump's repeated lies cannot contradict stubborn facts. Jeff?
John Roberts reporting live from the White House.